Sempach is a municipality in the district of Sursee in the canton of Lucerne in Switzerland. History. It has retained some traces of its medieval appearance, especially the main gateway, beneath a watchtower, and reached by a bridge over the old moat. About half an hour distant to the northeast, on the hillside, is the site of the famous Battle of Sempach, in which the Swiss defeated the Austrians, whose leader, Duke Leopold, lost his life. The legendary deed of Arnold of Winkelried is associated with this victory. The spot is now marked by an ancient and picturesque battle chapel and by a modern monument to Winkelried. A few years later, in 1393, the so-called Sempach brief was signed between the ACHT Orte plus the associated canton of Lucerne. It was the first document signed by all 8, but it also defined that none of them was to unilaterally start a war without the consent of all the others. Some miles north of Sempach is the quaint village of Beromünster, with a collegiate church founded in the L0th century and dating, in parts, for the 11th and 12th centuries. The chapter of secular canons now consisting of invalided priests of the canton of Lucerne. It was in Beromünster that the first dated book was printed in Switzerland by care of the canons, while thence came Gering, who introduced printing into France. Sempach is the site of the Sempach Bird Observatory. Geography. Sempach has a land area of 8.95 square kilometers and a total area of 11.68 square kilometers. Of this area, 68.7% is used for agricultural purposes, while 14.5% is forested. Of the rest of the land, 16.3% is settled and the remainder is non-productive. In the 1997 land survey, 14.53% of the total land area was forested. Of the agricultural land, 63.8% is used for farming or pastures, while 4.92% is used for orchards of vine crops. Of the settled areas, 6.37% is covered with buildings, 0.89% is industrial, 0.22% is classed as special developments, 1.23% is parks or green belts, and 7.6% is transportation infrastructure. Of the unproductive areas, 0.34% is unproductive standing water, and 0.11% is other unproductive land. It is built above the eastern shore of Lake Sempach, and about 2 miles by road north of the Sempach railway station N.W. of Lucerne, on the main line between Lucerne and Olten. Steine Boulevard is located above the town. Demographics. Sempach has a population of 4,171. As of 2007, 6.7% of the population was made up of foreign nationals. Over the last 10 years the population has grown at a rate of 17.5%. Most of the population speaks German, with Albanian being second most common and Spanish being third. In the 2007 election the most popular party was the CVP, which received 37.5% of the vote. The next 3 most popular parties were the FDP, the SVP and the SPS. The age distribution in Sempach is as follows. 986 people, or 25.4% of the population, is 0 to 19 years old. 1,077 people, or 27.8%, are 20 to 39 years old. And 1,396 people, or 36%, are 40 to 64 years old. The senior population distribution is 323 people, or 8.3%, are 65 to 79 years old. 82 or 2.1% are 80 to 89 years old, and 15 people, or 0.4% of the population, are 90 plus years old. In Sempach, about 81.3% of the population have completed either non-mandatory upper secondary education or additional higher education. As of 2000, there were 1,237 households, of which 285 households contain only a single individual. 146, or about 11.8%, are large households, with at least 5 members. As of 2000, there were 615 inhabited buildings in the municipality, of which 474 were built only as housing, and 141 were mixed-use buildings. There were 358 single-family homes, 44 double-family homes, and 72 multi-family homes in the municipality. Most homes were either 2- or 3-story structures. There were only 16 single-story buildings and 47 4- or more-story buildings. Sempach has an unemployment rate of 1.16%. As of 2005, there were 130 people employed in the primary economic sector and about 38 businesses involved in this sector. 379 people are employed in the secondary sector and there are 38 businesses in this sector. 840 people are employed in the tertiary sector, with 142 businesses in this sector. As of 2000, 54.8% of the population of the municipality were employed in some capacity. At the same time, females made up 43.6% of the workforce. In the 2000 census, the religious membership of Sempach was as follows: 2,678 were Roman Catholic and 485 were Protestant, with an additional 22 that were of some other Christian faith. There were 86 individuals who are Muslim. Of the rest, there were 15 individuals who belonged to another religion, 123 who did not belong to any organized religion, and 74 who did not answer the question whether. Sempach has an average of 133.9 days of rain per year and on average received 1,114 millimeters of precipitation. The wettest month is June, during which time Sempach receives an average of 148 millimeters of precipitation. During this month there is precipitation for an average of 13.2 days. The month with the most days of precipitation is May, with an average of 13.6, but with only 115 millimeters of precipitation. The driest month of the year is October, with an average of 66 millimeters of precipitation over 13.2 days.